All right, here up No Reserve, we have our all original one owner, 1994 Ford F-250 4x4. It's just turned over 53,000 original miles, just in beautiful condition. Clean Carfax, clean, it's original title. The miles track nice all the way through to the current miles on Carfax. Never been an accident. It's all original paint. It's the dark tourmaline metallic and the Oxford white, so it's like a nice dark forest green. It's a beautiful color. It's not the lighter green that is more of like a jewel metallic. And then there's a couple other greens, but this is the darkest one. It's got the factory Alcoa wheels. It was bought new at Bryant Ford in Everett, which is just about 10 miles away from us, so it always stayed in the Northwest. You know, all of the pinstriping throughout, top and bottom is the original one piece. Never been tampered with. Both in here, you won't find any paintwork that's ever been done to this truck. Doors just shut amazing. It's called medium gray or opal gray interior, but it's just the, you know, your nice classic gray. It's got the bucket seats. Some of the other factory options it came with, it has the tack dash, and it's 460 automatic AC. It's amazing. It still has its front and rear floor mats on both sides, which, you know, after close to 30 years, it's impressive. Not to mention, like, every glass still has its Carlight logo. Even the front windshield has the original decal of where it was assembled at. So we'll go ahead and go walk around this. A couple of things. So the owner, all he used it for is he had a sliding camper that went in the back of his truck. So he did a couple of things when it was brand new. He had the dealership put a leveling kit on it, so it has has kind of more of an F-350 stance to it, so it sits nice and level, just because he wanted the to feel more stable. He had the rear airbags put on the back, and your adjusters are right here. And then he replaced the exhaust when it was brand new with just a little bit more, a little better flow, but doesn't really have much of a rumble or real loud to it, just because the factory catalytic converters on these trucks are pretty, you know, they're pretty, the flow doesn't go through them too good, so it, you know, holds back a lot of the sound. But that's pretty much all he's done to it. You know, it's got hand-cooked tires on it, 265s. And those pretty much replace the original ones, just due for age. But we'll go ahead and go around this truck. You can see all the lenses are really nice and clear. Chrome's in beautiful shape. You know, you will have a little nick here. You know, the truck does have some age, but it's been really well taken care of. This is real common. I don't know, the water just kind of drips down here and ages the chrome a little bit. But I mean, really, you can see all the lenses. Like, you touch them, you know, if you ever, you know, to a normal truck that's this age, it feels chalky and flat, but it's still all around. Even the taillights are nice and smooth, just like the paint. Got nice gloss to them, good clarity. All the rubbers are in nice condition. You know, you will get your typical stone chipping on the bottom valance. The front hood, I think you must have had a bug guard on it one time, because it's unbelievable. I mean, there's really no chips on the front of this. You will find some little ones on the very top here, you know, if you really hunt. It was just not even a chip there, but I'm sure there's some up here, but it's just an amazing condition. When you get down here, there's a little scratch, stuff like that. You know, you will get your typical little stone chips in the dark gray. And it's kind of interesting how they painted these two-tone trucks. I really don't know what the story is and why, but whatever color it has less of, they painted the entire truck like that first, and then they painted the main color. So if you get a stone chip, you know, like some of them say it's black with silver in the middle, you get stone chips down here and it sticks out because it's silver. Same thing with here, you'll get them because it's the white underneath, you know. Wasn't a repaint or anything like that. All this is original. All the moldings are in nice shape. The chrome isn't delaminating. Even these mirrors don't have any surface rust here. They're a little aging, but they still look great. Doors with the felts are in nice condition. Couple tiny cracks in this one, but the inside felts are like new. You know, your typical entry wear. But you look between here, the bed and the cab, and it's just beautiful. You can see the factory spot welds. You can see how they painted it from the factory. It's got diamond plate bed caps all the way around. I won't get ahead of myself here. But he did have his camper, his sliding camper, he did have one of the chains come loose, and it had kind of the rubber protectant that you see on those, but it did chip up a couple of the areas. Besides the airbags, all the other stuff that would normally go with the camper are gone. But it did, you know, kind of rub up some of this. Some areas kind of got it right there. You got your typical stone chips down here in the dark green. Again, the lenses are really nice. He does have a couple chips up here that he touched up. Right there, a couple areas around the tailgate that he touched up. You can see the beautiful shape on the bottom here. You know, no rust in the bottom of the tailgate, no rust on the body. A couple little chips here. The aluminum's nice and bright still. Plastics are nice and clear. Rear bumper's really nice, no tweaking. You know, a little bit of scuffs here. But, so he has a rubber protector here to protect it from when he put his camper in, and then there is a, you know, rubber mat that I'll show in some of the pictures, but I have it out just so you can see how nice this inside of this bed is. You know, these low mile ones, this is what's awesome. It's like how shiny these body bolts still are for the bed. You know, you come around here, you see these parts just usually all oxidized and flat, but it's just really nice and clean. These little guys are in perfect condition. Take you around the passenger side. Shuts really nice and easy. Really nice. Got a little surface scratch there. You know, a little scratch in the pinstripe. Little mark of the paint. Just little tiny stuff like this we can see here. Little wear on the bulkhead. You know, there's a little wear on the paint from something he had when he had the camper going on. Little chips along the bottom. Factory Alcoa wheels are in beautiful shape. You see the wheel wells don't have any cheap, you know, spray paint or undercoating on both sides. Got the airbags. He didn't drive this truck often. You see the felts are really nice. But you know, they did go camping year round, so he did go over the pass and take you around here. Scratch here. Little chip here. But they sold the camper a few years ago and really haven't used the truck much except for running around. And you know, he's always had a work truck, so didn't have too much use for a personal truck. Some little scratches there. Cool wheels, a lot of tread left in the tires. It's got the automatic hubs. Everything works. We tried that stuff out. So there's some, you know, surface rust and stuff on the undercarriage. You'll see when I go underneath there. I'll do a full undercarriage video. Interior's just in mint condition. Armrests aren't broken. You look at the dash, it's just perfect. You know, original floor mats, front and rear. Carpets are just beautiful. A lot of times these little guys are missing. They're nice in place. Original owner's manual is in place. We have original brochures and some other goodies. Seat slides nice. Rear seat is really look like it's never been sat in. Headliner's perfect. The inside, there's just this little area right here, but it's not a hole or nothing. It's just this top material on these Fords is pretty common to come off. So it's just a little bit of this colored area that's gone. But interior, that is it. Not a crack or mark on the dash. Stereo's never been messed with. It's got a trailer brake. Door panels are perfect. Never been off. Never been messed with, so you don't get any of that rattle. Clean door hinges. Plastic nylon's in nice shape. I mean, it's just beautiful throughout. I mean, these one owner low mile trucks are getting to be so hard to find. You know, 5 to 10 years ago, it was, you know, if you were dedicated in a search for them on a regular basis, they would pop up. But they are getting to be extremely hard. I mean, one owners in general are just tough to find. You can see how clear those gauges are. Steering wheel is just mint. Everything's just really crisp and clean in this interior. I mean, the whole truck is beautiful. Carpets are nice. Factory decals. All the trim, no scuffing in the plastics. Cup holders pop right out. Little surface rust right here, but it's just from some paint getting rubbed off. It's nice and solid. You can see no tape lines or anything. This is how it looked from the factory. No tape lines, no overspray. And here you can hear that door is just incredible. But the thing I love about trucks of this age or older, or even, you know, half this age, is when you have a vehicle that's a one owner, you always know that it was more than just a pickup to somebody. To keep a truck that long, or any vehicle, you know that they had their heart in it and they loved it, and that's when they're going to take care of it. It's really clean. I mean, you can look around the distributor, you can see the bottom of the distributor still got some shine to it. Power steering lines still have a little bit of shine to them. You can see along the block there is really clean. This will be replaced, so when you do get it, it will be black. It's just a factory recall they had. But you can see it's just really nice condition. And we do have the piece that goes to the jack right here. It's with the rubber mat back at the shop. So when you do get it, that'll become part of it. That'll be with it. Nothing missing. I'll go ahead and go fire it up. And again, we do a driving video, and we do a lift with it up under, or do a video of it with it up under the lift. So we can do a walk around. It's got a lot of the original dealer markings, dealer tags. Now it's got some surface rust down below, but it's just really clean. With the decals in place, the tags, and also you look at all the bolts, and you know they all have sharp edges. You know, they don't have that shingling rust. It's just, you know, they didn't really do much to cover these trucks, and they still don't. So all right, everybody, it's going to no reserve, and it's going to go to a beautiful second owner. Good luck.
All right, here we are for our running and driving video of our 94 F250. One owner with just 53,000 original miles. Got all the lights going. You can see they're really nice and bright and clear. Been idling here for a little bit, so the temperature's just starting to come up. It's pretty chilly here, but you see all the lights work really good. Go ahead and you see the cargo light comes on when the doors are open, and then also if you turn the knob all the way that way to the left, that's how you turn the cargo light on. I'll take you around to the passenger side. The wing windows are super tight. You know, there's a possibility these things never even been opened. Well, looks like I locked that one. Got to come over here so you can be able to show you the power door locks working, I guess. See those shoot right up. And you can see the power windows go up and down really nice and fast. You know, these are nice and black, as I mentioned before. A lot of times you get the kind of that white faded tan look. Really tight. Door lock switch is working for both sides. Make sure it's unlocked before I shutter. You know, you got your lumbar support. You can hear it. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and hop over there. I'll pop the hood so you can hear it running. Cold start video, of course, is also on the ad. And you know, this is going at no reserve, but no exhaust manifold leaks. Just running really nice and smooth. You can see the AC clutch kicking on just like it should. AC blows really nice and cold, no belt squeals. You know, the alternator's been replaced. Differentials have been serviced. Trans fluid serviced. You know, it's been aligned. So you can see the four-way flashers are on, just show you all those lights are working. You know, the turn signal to the left, turn signal to the right. And then factory stereo. You see it's nice and bright. All the buttons have really nice writing. We'll go ahead and turn it up. But they all do what they're supposed to do. Bass and stuff. Dome lights, map lights. And so the dome light comes on the same way with the cargo light. So you just turn it to the right and it goes off. So we're gonna go ahead and hit the road here. Show you the power window motor goes up nice and quick. You can see our temperature's coming up. Got about a little over a quarter tank on the front. Rear tank's almost empty. It's a little bit above the red. You can see it's really nice and tight. You gotta give it a nice push. You know, it's not gonna blow around in the wind. You can see it's got no play right there. No need to shove some old school nickels in there. It's got the tack dash, which is awesome. 53,075 miles. It's got the automatic hubs and the shift on the fly, so you just simply pull down on it and you will feel and slightly hear it engage. And the 4x4 light comes on. You just go push it back in. So you could be going up the pass. It's pretty dry out, so I didn't want to drive too much with a full drive in, but it does go out after a few feet. You'll kind of feel it and hear it go out. If you want to, you can stop and say you just put it in the four-wheel drive, put it in reverse, back up. I'll also show you the reverse works nice. And then I'll take it out instantaneous. But if you're going and you hit some snow or you're coming up a gravel hill with a little bit of mud, you can just pull down on the shifter and away you go. Heater works really good. Hopefully you can hear it at all speeds. It's about medium, low, and then low. When they get wore out, you'll sometimes only have high and low. But I'll turn it over to cold, and you'll kind of hear a difference. AC always blows a little louder, but it blows nice and ice cold. Your light inside here is working nice. Ashtray's never been used, just squeaky clean. Lighter's never been used, but both of these do work. You get your port here if you want to charge up your cell phone and your iPod or your earpods or whatever. Wait for that thing to kick out. Your wipers work good. You got slow, and then you got about 7 speeds on here. It's high. You can see it works really good. Put that bad boy back in there. So yeah, you got let's see, you got slow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, you got 7 speeds, fast and slow would be the lowest, and then you got 5 intermediate speeds in between there. I'll turn that off so you can hear it, but you can see it's got really nice, shine on the hood. Really nice reflection. No clear coat issues. Extremely tight drive. Every time I get one of these low mile trucks, they're getting hard to find, especially one owners in any miles, really. But like my truck's got like 116 on it, my 97 F250. It drives great and solid, but it is funny. You get in these trucks like this. Like we had one a little while ago with 30,000 miles. This drives just as tight and solid. But when you do get in these low mile trucks, you can feel a little bit of a difference between 100,000 mile truck, even if you do have everything rebuilt and everything as tight as it can be. They just have a certain tightness to them. You see all these potholes in the road. The door panels had never been off this truck. Stereo never messed with. Nobody in there doing the speakers and stuff like that. So it's extremely tight and smooth. It just drives arrows straight. So hopefully you guys can see the tilt steering column's nice and smooth. There's no play in that, of course, with 53,000 miles. I mean, it turned over 53 with me driving it, so had 52 and some change when we bought it. But it's just such a great truck. I mean, I had to put a little bit of miles in it, enjoy it, kind of see if it had any needs or anything like that. But it's just killer. We had the tires rotated and balanced just for the heck of it, alignment just for the heck of it. The truck didn't really have any needs, but I like you to be able to just jump in it, drive to your next oil change, and just go from the maintenance and fluids there. Coolant was flushed. So you're probably going to get a little bit of sun reflection, so apologize. This is this time of day. I'll get around the corner and we'll be good. So, but just a really tight truck. I mean, we're doing 60 miles an hour right now. And I mean, it is just, you couldn't get a tighter, smoother riding truck. Nice and quiet. The tires, those tires they're an all-terrain, and they don't look aggressive, but they're not a street highway tire. But man, they are smooth and quiet. So, just a great tire. You see, we're doing 2,000 RPMs, about 60. Kick her down. Let off the gas. But also, you can go with the overdrive off. Light comes on. You'll see the RPMs kick up. We'll go ahead and exit off of here. Give her a little bit of gas. The owner before just had the brakes done at 48,000 miles. So you don't got to worry about any of that stuff. But you know, they pretty much, the original owners pretty much just had it for their big slide-in camper. And as life goes on and needs change and desires change, they got rid of the camper a couple years ago and just kind of finally decided to part with the truck. But one thing I love, besides all the books and manuals and, you know, original brochures and stuff, is that original Ford window right there with the decal. Got the car light logo on all of them, no chips, and it's just crystal clear. It really shows, you know, the truck's been garaged and cared for. So back there was a bunch of potholes and kind of patches. Here's another one, and you can just hear it, you know, soak up the bumps. I mean, you don't have any dash rattle, nothing like that. Another spot there. You know, the road up here's got a couple tight 90s. Here's another patch where they did some drain work. So it's a great road to go on because there's some old road, some patches, some potholes, some new road. Here's a cut where they did it again, and you can see it just soaks it up. I mean, you really, without me telling you about it, you wouldn't even notice because it's so quiet. But here's going to be a tight 90 to the left. Then we go right, left, right, and it's just nice to show this got just the right amount of turn, you know, and you let go, it wants to bounce back to zero, just like a nice tight steering box should. There's no play, no ball joint clunking, no clicking. Again, here we come to a 90. Nice smooth turn. And then we go, oops, phone's ringing here. Go off to the left again, give her a little bit of gas. Just nice, no exhaust leak, just that deep, big throttle body, big block sound. And you know, you don't have, you know, if the steering box was wore out, you'd be turning way too much. And when you come back, you'd be kind of fishing it down. But it's just extremely tight, really sound truck. And it's going at no reserve, a 53,000 mile, one owner. A beautiful color combo. And if you guys have any more questions, feel free to reach out to us. Yeah, we need some additional photos or videos. Just let us know and we'll make sure they happen. So good luck, everybody, and can't wait to find out who the second owner is going to be. You know, after 37 or 27 years. So good luck.